Good evening. It's Marcus again, yours truly. Right now, again, working on a small corner of my garage because I've come up with a few facts for our service members. This video is being created to give you an update on what is going on with the housing market over in the Kitsap Peninsula. Now, why the Kitsap Peninsula? We all know, well, I do, not all of us know, not a lot of agents know, but I do know, as a retired United States Navy service member, from reports that I've been gathering, that, well, we all know that the USS Ronald Reagan's coming in for a shift of home port latter part of the year. I'm not exactly going to tell you guys when, but our dedicated men and women that are serving on her, including their dependents, know this very well. And at this point in time, I think since the beginning of February all the way up to April, our dependents are already here doing some window shopping for homes. I should probably have done this sooner, but I've been helping already a few families transition here. Not just with the Nimitz, but with a few commands, not even coming off PSNS, but through through Naval Sub Base Bremerton. Hold on for a second. My cheat sheet just fell down. Yay. So I've come up with a few staggering numbers for everybody to see, for everybody to hear out, all right? And what are these? The availability of what's out there, or what you're going to see. Well, let's do the math real quick, all right? Normally, the USS Nimitz has a crew of about, what, 3,500 sailors with about 2,000 air detachments coming in on board every time they deploy. So right now, those that are stationed on the Nimitz are about 32 to about 3,400 sailors. Let's assume, my assumption is this, a meaningful 1,000 family service members are going to be looking for houses, or going to be purchasing homes in the Kitsap Peninsula. That's still a substantial amount, all right? That's still a lot, considering what is not, well, what is available or what is not available. Currently, in the whole peninsula, which is the whole county, okay, we are looking at 361 homes available. In the whole county itself, 361 homes. Let's assume that out of those 1,000 families, half of them are going to go rent. And these are minimal assumptions that I have. What if there are more? And we're really scraping the bottom of the barrel, right? 361 total homes in Kitsap. Out of those 361, 295 homes, let's just say 300 homes, are below the $1 million range. So anywhere from about decent ones, about 400 or even 350 is about $1 million, right? And out of those 295, 88 homes are in Bremerton, which now this includes new construction. I've been dealing with new constructions in Port Orchard, Bremerton, and a little bit south of Port Orchard, and actually the northern part of the county, from Haynesville to Poulsbo to Kingston. That's that neighborhood right there. Now Google map it, you'll understand what I'm talking about, all right? So 88 homes in Bremerton, 125 in Port Orchard, which is south of Bremerton, 29 in Poulsbo, and 13 in Silverdale. Now, I know, guys, I know when you guys were in Japan, everybody's been trying to do their homework. Everybody wants to go to, and this is the traditional numbers that's being shown to me. Some of my clients are telling me they either want to live in Poulsbo or Silverdale. All right, here are the facts, right? Let's deal with every one of those towns. When you get off the base in PSNS, it's Bremerton. And all these decades, I think Bremerton has been given a bad rap, right? It's like living in Main Street in San Diego. Now, nobody wants to live in Main Street of San Diego or the whole of 8th Street or National City Boulevard. Just an example, right? You want to stay off the grid a little bit further down the road. But Bremerton is so big that there are a few spots west of it that they're developing right now for new construction across the highway, and north of it before you get to before you get to Silverdale. That area between Tracyton and Poulsbo is great neighborhood, all right, including the northern section too. Before you get to a Keyport, underwater underwater base. Uh, After Bremerton, I think the biggest volume of sailors that goes and purchase homes is Port Orchard. Why? Because it is sustainable, it is affordable, and it is also, you get the best bang for the buck. Problem with Port Orchard, Google Map it again, is the distance and the time to get to and from work. Now, if you've lived in Japan, you know time is something that you probably are not gonna tolerate into substituting for. Because if you live on base in Yokosuka, if you live in, I believe Ikego, that's where I lived for 2 years. If you're in Yoko, you just want to walk to work. You can, right? Where I lived at in Ikego, it took me, that was an 8-mile trip through the back roads. It will take me about, on a bad day, 30 to 45 minutes. So I got to get to work by about 5:30, get in the parking lot backwards and sleep in the van, well, my van, for about 30 minutes before I check in on board before 6:30 in the morning. All right? So when you're thinking about Port Orchard, it's a little bit more difficult because now you not only have to traverse that long route to Bremerton, you got to get on base and try to beat everybody for parking, because parking is a privilege in Bremerton, in Puget Sound Naval Shipyard. Now, and to add that, another carrier coming in to help out with the Nimitz. It's already problematic enough. I wish I had some better news. Everybody wants to live in Silverdale because I think it's a prime neighborhood. It's a very decent neighborhood. It's very clean, quiet. They got better tax incentives, better schools, etc., etc. But if I know that, you think only you know that? So now we moved up north to Poulsbo. Granted, Poulsbo is a little bit more spacious. It's a little bit further north, but it's also more expensive. It's quite amazing because the further you get to a more rural area, the cheaper it should be, right? But not Poulsbo. Now, there are hidden gems out there. Check, Google Map it, north of Poulsbo, all the way to Haynesville, all the way to Port Ludlow, all the way to Kingston, which is where the ferry is. For the same price, you get, I think, the biggest bang for the buck. Even compare it down south to Port Orchard. Okay, so I'm not gonna tell you what to buy or what to do that. I'm just giving you tips at the moment, right? Because if you are going up here or already are here looking into homes or rentals or whatever it might be, which is what you're gonna call home for the next 3+ years, you're going to be competing not with the local folks, but your fellow dependents and service members out there for this amount of homes that are, they're not infinite. They're not infinite. They are quite limited, and prepare to battle for bids. Now, new construction's a different beast. There's a few over in the Bremerton side and Port Orchard side, but new construction. They're first come, first serve. If the price says $500,000, you cannot let that linger for the next day, because somebody might come in the next 30 minutes after you and put in that offer. So get that agent right now. Make sure they know the area really well. Make sure that they got the experience to represent you. It doesn't matter if it's not me. I don't really care. I just want to help you guys. I've been there before. I've been through 7 National Geographic moves in my life, in my naval career. Out of those 7, total 16 moves total, right? So I understand. Family comes first this time. You take care of what you got to do with your family, right? That's my dog right there, squeegee ball. Go play with your ball, buddy. Come on, go play with your ball. So I think those are very valid tips, important tips. If you guys got any questions, check out this page on Facebook that I have. It's named Marcus Falcon, my full name. Or you can just ask a question in the YouTube version of this video, which should be coming out in the next few hours before midnight. It's already like 2000 hours here, the Pacific Northwest. So if you're not here yet, there's really no better way of highlighting the importance of getting your home as soon as you can, because there's not a lot out there, right? Again, if you guys got any questions, feel free. Contact me via Facebook. My information is right out there. And my job is to help you guys, all right? So to the men and women out there, whether you're on the USS Ronald Reagan, whether you are deployed out there, forward deployed, anywhere in the Pacific, anywhere in the Atlantic, Med, the Persian Gulf, we love all you guys. You guys come on home. Be safe. Your family's waiting, all right? Enjoy the evening. Post.